Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Hygiene. In the last few years, I've tried a number of plant-based milks and I drink them all. It just depends on my mood or what's available in the house or what am I making with it. And I figured out that I really like chocolate milk or the chocolate shake with oats milk. But the first time I made it, it turned out to be a very slimy and thick milk. It was definitely not milk-like. I looked up online, I was searching on why does oat milk turn out to be so slimy, and I found few recipes on how to make oat milk non-slimy, but all of them were for rolled oats and not whole oats. There's nothing wrong with rolled oats, but I avoid that because they're processed and I like to use whole foods as much as I can. So I read those recipes, but I wanted to apply them on whole oats or even steel cut oats, but not rolled oats. So I did a few experiments and I figured out that I had to make one or two small changes to those recipes and it worked out fine. So in today's video, I'm going to be making oats milk non-slimy with the rolled oats as well as steel cut oats. And the recipe for steel cut oats or rolled oats would be exactly the same because the only difference is that whole oats have been cut into pieces. So the recipe for these two would be exactly the same. I just use whatever is available at that time. So today I'm going to be using steel cut oats, but if you have whole oats, you can just use the same recipe for that. And after that, I'm also going to show you how to make that with the rolled oats. The recipe is actually quite similar. It's just that one thing I'm going to change, that we don't soak rolled oats as we would for steel cut oats or whole oats. The reason behind that, and especially I'd like to mention this, is because all the recipes online said do not soak oats before making oats milk because it makes it slimy. So that is true in case of rolled oats and I don't soak them. But when I'm making milk from whole oats or steel cut oats, I like to soak them because I've done this, I've mentioned this in earlier videos also, that any dry foods like grains, pulses or nuts and seeds, we must soak them before consuming because they have anti-nutrients in them. And soaking time varies for different products. And with oats, whole oats, I have noticed that 1 to 2 hours is enough. So I'm going to soak them for about 2 hours before turning them into milk.
I'm starting with steel cut oats. I've taken half cup steel cut oats and soaked them for 2 hours and discarded that water. Now I'm adding this to the blender with half cup of fresh cold water. So here is my first tip to avoid making slimy oats milk. You must use cold water and not regular water. Now I'm going to blend this for just a few seconds, and that's my second tip. Overblending also makes the milk quite slimy. You can check the consistency and add another half cup of cold water and blend for a few more seconds. We need to now strain this, and here is my third tip. For oats milk, do not use nut milk bag or a cheesecloth like we do to make any other plant-based milk. Instead, use a sieve like this. Pass the milk through it by pressing on it gently. And this is the fourth tip, as over squeezing or pressing too hard will make the milk slimy. Now pour another half cup of cold water to get the remaining milk. Your non-slimy oats milk is ready and you can store this in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. Let's get started with rolled oats now. Like I mentioned, the process is pretty much similar. The only difference is that we will not be soaking these. I'm going to take half cup rolled oats with half cup of cold water and blend them for a few seconds. Also note that I have not mentioned instant oats in this video, as I definitely avoid processed foods and instant oats are too processed, much more than rolled oats. And also they don't make a nice milk, the texture is not that great. Now I'm going to follow the same process. I'm going to add another half cup of cold water and blend again for a few more seconds. I'm going to strain this in the sieve just like we did before. And now I'm adding another half a cup of cold water to get all the milk. So in both the cases, we've taken half cup of oats and 1.5 cup of cold water. Milk from rolled oats is also ready. We just need to transfer this to a glass bottle and store this in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days.
So I've made milks from both of them, and I took same quantity, equal quantity for both of them. So rolled oats, half a cup, and steel cut oats also half a cup. Just notice that half cup before soaking. Once you soak them, of course, they do absorb the water and they swell up and increase in quantity. But the outcome of the quantity of the milk is exactly the same for both of them. However, health-wise, I think steel cut oats is definitely a better option. Also, when I tasted them, I like the taste of oats milk from steel cut oats much better. I prefer the texture of steel cut oats or whole oats over the texture and taste of rolled oats. Both of these will last you in the fridge for about 2 to 3 days, so there's not much difference. It's just that I do prefer steel cuts over rolled oats because of their health benefits and even the taste.
Best part of oats milk is the leftover pulp. You can use this in so many ways. It works really well for both savory as well as sweet dishes. Today I'm making a sweet dish. Just add some water and let it cook for a few minutes till it becomes soft. Keep stirring as and when required. Pulp from rolled oats will cook much quicker as compared to that of steel cut oats, but even then it shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Once ready, you can turn off the stove. And I'm going to now add some cardamom powder, jaggery and vanilla essence. Feel free to add flavorings of your choice. It works really nice with a few fresh herbs and steamed vegetables as well. Now just mix this well and transfer to a bowl. Garnish with your choice of dressing. This can be served hot or cold. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more tips or healthy recipes, follow me on Instagram and do subscribe to my YouTube channel.